Penis head has to be offline. I mean, dude, you need to stop, okay? So this guy has been a recurring topic on my channel. I've made 2 videos on him already. So to save you some time, here's what I don't like about him. Ethan hates people who are right-wing, and he constantly accuses them of being awful, despite the fact that PP doesn't learn from his mistakes and constantly takes L's. He is repeatedly wrong on a lot of things, and basically makes politics his only personality, while not being self-aware of the fact that he has a lot of flaws. The biggest of which is that he lies. But he never comments or tweets or ever seems to engage with anything anyone brings up as a legit criticism. He just calls them clout-chasing, bad faith creeps, despite the fact that all of these 3 descriptors, and more, could be used on him. So this is my 3rd video on him. I don't really care if anyone accuses me of being clout hungry. I'll just say that his foolishness is interesting to me. So why am I talking about him right now? Well, inquisitive viewer, it seems that Peethan has finally had enough of the criticism, the dunks, and he's decided that he's had enough, okay? He's not too happy, and he's not just gonna sit around. He got angry. He got on his feels and posted a tweet, essentially declaring war on everyone, whoever talked bad on his name, okay? He is a warrior. He is a gaming journalist.
And you will put respect on his name, okay?
All right, time to check out his ultimatum tweets, his born supremacy tweets that really own the haters. All right, so shortly after this whole debacle went down and Alex Rosen and Ethan had their back and forth, he responded with these tweets. Starting with this one, says, "Really cute to keep making videos harassing a victim of multiple CSA for calling out the unethical and suspicious practices of a YouTube wannabe cop. Seriously, fuck all of you. You're defending an actual predator. But you don't care because you want the content. You're sick. My brother in Christ, my brother in Roblox, my brother in Minecraft, you are a wannabe political YouTuber that thinks they're deep, okay? This paragraph, it sets the stage, okay? Just because this theoretical situation, if it were to ever happen, it would make him sick and we're just supposed to care. The dude in the video got served justice. He won't hurt kids anymore. What do you not understand about that? This kind of reminds me of the Mr. Beast drama where idiots would see that Mr. Beast did something good, like for example, what he did in Africa, and then say that what he did was wrong because he was profiting or making money off of charity. Or that if he really cared, he wouldn't do this for views or money. Like, how do you expect me to care if someone profits off doing something to better society? Okay, now, is Alex Rosen the same as Mr. Beast? I'd say they're different. You know, they're different ballparks. It's comparing apples to oranges, right? They're different, but what they do is a net benefit on society. How do you think good deeds continue to happen? Okay, if I saw some overpaid hog YouTuber sitting for tea with the man that groomed and assaulted me, I'd be sick to my stomach. Fuck you all for inserting yourself into something you don't understand. Okay, well, that's literally what you do, Ethan. You literally insert yourself into stuff you don't understand. I don't give a shit about your NPC talking points. You don't know what this kind of trauma is like, and you don't give a shit about children or victims. This line, I like this line too, of the "I don't care, I'm not listening, la 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 la." How convenient is it that you don't have to argue why you're right and just declare everyone wrong? Who made you God that you get to say this? It must be so nice not having to prove anything you say. Also, pretty shitty of you to once again declare that everyone who's talked about this just doesn't care about victims or children. But let's go on to the next point, shall we? I'm humiliated I have to even talk about this, but getting called a pedophile for months on end has been crippling on my mental health. Fuck you all. I hope you get exactly what you deserve. This one's pretty good, okay? It's almost too good, dude, okay? The jokes really do write themselves, don't they? Now, if you notice, in the final tweet, he pulls out the victim card and expects us all to feel sorry for him because it hurt his mental health. But the first tweet, in comparison, he goes full out on everyone. He just says every one of y'all are predator defenders. And you see the contradiction, right? Why am I expected to care about you when you don't even think before you speak? Or tweet. At this point, it's like this bicycle meme. He calls people pedos, gets backlash, then cries when everyone laughs at him. Also, as for the last line, cool story, bro. You really got my shivers timbered. Oh, shiver me timbers. Okay, my skibidi is not toileted. It's Jover. It's over. Okay, it's not phantom tax. It's whatever. Okay, these tweets are garbage. Okay, these tweets are garbage. You got 257,000 views, and then you got 529 likes, and then it got halved, and then basically nobody gives a shit. Partly because you don't let people talk about it. But again, it speaks to this whole idea that you don't really care about what people think. You're not interested in the truth. You're not interested in seeing other points of view, of which you accuse the right regularly of not doing, not letting people, not allowing other points of view. He blames everyone for shitting on him. He actually curses people who made fun of him and wants bad things to happen to them. And you know, he probably isn't aware of me. I'm not even on his radar, but even me, he wants nothing more than for someone like me and someone like you to suffer. Now, what kind of piqued my interest in this topic is the fact that he reveals in a tweet that he's actually a victim of CSA, which is child sexual assault. Now, before anyone thinks I'm gonna laugh at him for this, no, I'm not. That's actually sad to hear genuinely, and I feel sorry for him on that aspect. I don't think anyone would say anything bad on him for that. And in case you think I'm saying that sarcastically, Ethan, I'm talking to you right now. No, Ethan, I'm sorry that happened to you, okay? I'm assuming that, what you're saying is the truth, and I'm giving you a benefit of the doubt, something you don't give any other people, but let me give that to you. That being said, I and many people, Ethan, have a problem with you seemingly bringing this up now, when up until this point, nobody talking about you even knew this, okay? And I feel like you're only bringing this up now when the timing is, kind of funny, because you say people accusing you of being a PDF file has been bad for your mental health, when you seemingly had no problem calling Alex Rosen a creep, people in Tim's Pool's audience creeps, people in the Daily Wire's audience, Michael Knowles' audience predators. That is something you did. You generalize conservatives as being these PDF file harborers, or that they are PDF files. You had no issue talking shit and making shit up when it was on, quote, the other side. But now that you made yourself the laughingstock, you're crying and seething that people are calling you the same thing you call everyone who mildly disagrees with you? Dude, do you not realize what you've gotten yourself into? You dug yourself this hole, and now you're upset that people are holding you to the unfair standards, if you can even call it that, but standards nonetheless, that you set up. You. Sure, people called you a predator. Does that make it right or true? No. Is it fair to you? Also no. But you did this to yourself, bro. It's kind of like the stove situation. Mama would warn you, when you were younger, like, remember, the stove is hot, little Jimmy. Don't touch it or you're gonna get burned. And what does Jimmy do? He puts his hand on the piping hot stove anyway. It burns him, gives him third-degree burns. He's having a bad time. He's probably gonna die soon, okay? It's the exact same thing for little Ethan over here, but for some unknown reason. Actually, it is known, but you already knew why. He can't help himself but touch the goddamn stove. And I'll give you an example, okay? In one example, Michael Knowles talks to Alex Rosen in the interview, on the Daily Wire interview, right? And he basically asks him why pedos do pedo things. Michael asks if they're stupid, and Alex is basically like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Ethan has this knee-jerk reaction. He can't help himself. He has to be like, what the fuck, you're calling people stupid? No, you're stupid. Not realizing he's responding to someone he hates politically while sounding like he's batting for the Chomos. It's like the weed has actually numbed him from reality, so he has to feel the pain of getting owned on his comment section to feel something. I don't know if this will be the last video I make on him, but if he keeps acting like a buffoon, then I'm gonna cover his buffoonery. Why should I feel bad for you? Why should anyone feel bad for you? Your statements of anger and wanting people to, quote, get what they deserve, it just falls on deaf ears. You saying that everyone needs to shut up because of what you went through is you trying to use a shield. And don't act like you're smart, Ethan. You're not, okay? You're a lot of things. The smart is not one of them. If you're feeling a little bit sorry for Ethan, if you think what I'm saying is a bit too harsh, it's not, and don't feel bad, okay? What you're witnessing here is a guy trying to declare himself untouchable. And he's never, from what I've seen, he's never taken accountability for the lies he told, for the falsehoods, and frankly, this smug hatred he has. And now he's trying to gaslight you into thinking that you're a bad person for criticizing him. I'm declaring myself a victim right after I call you a creep and pedo for thinking catching pedophiles, regardless of whether I make money, is a good thing. Like, bro, where was this tough guy energy when Turkey Tom exposed you, Lex, Nick, and Leighton, huh? I don't care. Nobody cares, okay? If you want to keep taking L's, then by all means, go crazy. This whole, guys, why is everyone being mean to me? It ain't fooling nobody. He still hasn't apologized to Super Mega for bringing up Daniel, by the way. Anyways, if you like this video, like it. If you hated it, thought it was the worst thing ever, give it a dislike, comment. If you appreciate me yapping, be sure to click the subscribe button, like the video, like it or dislike it, call me gay in the comments, call me weird, call me a loser. Anyways, subscribe, and you know what, Ethan? Get owned, little bro. Little penis head. I'll see you all later. Fucking dick.